So if you're not on a monorepo just yet, you're kind of missing out. Because before I can kind of understand, because there's like some complexity to a monorepo, so you really kind of evaluate whether you actually need one. But now with AI agents, a lot of that complexity is gone. And so basically I keep telling folks that monorepos and AI kind of elevate each other, because monorepos got easier with AI agents because they can take burden off like that maintenance steps that you might have in a monorepo that keeps coming up. But on the other side, AI agents work much better in a monorepo because they have all the context in place, right? So they have all the project, their source code, etc., and so they can navigate much easier. But I don't even want to go too much into those details. I just wanted to show you something cool related to generators. Now, those of you that have used Nx before, they know that we had generators basically forever, because like they allow you to quickly scaffold out a new project, and so you don't go like into like the kind of error-prone copy and pasting of projects and fixing stuff, etc. Now, a lot of people argue that with AI agents now, generators are kind of obsolete because AI just generates it out, right? So this, for instance, is a pnpm workspace. I generated it with Claude. It's just like a normal Vite-based setup, so nothing kind of like special to it. So why would I need something like a generator for that? Well, the advantage that I see is always when you combine AI with deterministic parts. So everything that's deterministic, like creating a project setup, should not be done by AI. That's just like an encoded step. You do it once you have your scaffold, you encode it, and then you just repeat. And your AI can still use that, right? So whenever it comes across that, it just invokes that script, it creates the library or project, whatever, and then it continues. And that's really powerful because now you can have kind of like a scaffold, and then AI runs that scaffold, but it immediately adjusts it to the use case it has been asked for. And that's exactly what is so powerful about this. Now, the cool thing with Nx is that these generators are completely customizable. So you can have local generators in your workspace by using the Nx Devkit. Now, you're probably not going to write them by hand anymore, right? So you can just tell Claude to do it. So let me actually run this experiment. So I'm opening up Claude here. You can also use Codex, obviously, it doesn't really make any difference. And let me tell Claude, so use the Nx Devkit to create a local workspace generator, something like that. I don't really mind exactly where it is. I want you to use the current products as the scaffold. All right, so basically what I'm telling it here is I have this product set up, right? So it is structured in a certain way. It's using Vite, it has exports in a certain way, it has Vite and TypeScript libs configured in a certain way. And I'm just like now, I basically want to encode this as my standard, right? So whenever I create new packages in this workspace, in this monorepo, I want them to be basically created in the same fashion. So I'm telling here Claude to use the Nx Devkit to create such a local workspace generator in that package, and it should use this as a template that basically gets encoded. It kind of like you can imagine like being extracted into its own package, which we then can reuse. So let's try this. So you can see it created a generator in here in workspace-tools. Create all the generator JSON, everything that's needed. It also understood, like Claude knows, that it can dry run these generators, so it can test them out basically. So now you can see it created even these test orders. Now it's being blocked here by a hook that I have, so you cannot re-delete folders without me having a look at those. But we're basically done. So some instructions here. Let me actually remove that orders library here, so we can actually see it in action. But basically here's a couple of instructions what happened. So here in these workspace tools, we now get this generator setup, which are basically template files. As you can see, they are being written. This is like all AJS templates. I'm not going to go into those details. You can find them on the Nx docs and read through it or generate one yourself and kind of have a look how these work. But what it allows us is now to invoke these as follows, right? So I can just like go in my terminal here and I just paste this in and give it a name, cart. And so now if I run this, it deterministically runs this generator in here. So you can see here it created a cart library. It has the package JSON scripts, it has the Vite config, and it's obviously super quick. It's just a deterministic run. It leverages this Nx Devkit functionality to print those things out and to scaffold these things out. So what we literally did here is encode standards into a repeatable thing. And you can keep using this with AI, right? So if I go back here, let me close this terminal. I can just like tell Claude to create a new library, create a new, let's call them vendors library using, and Claude will just know. It will know how to invoke it. You can see now we have a new vendors library, but Claude didn't have to kind of manually churn out all these files, and there can be a lot of files in here, right? So you might have some specific packaging to these files that are specific to your organization, even if you work in a larger enterprise or something. So you can really encode these standards, and I highly recommend you doing that because it will not only save tokens, it's also predictable. And that's probably the biggest gain that you get out of this. Now, one thing I noticed while Claude ran through this and created this generator is it did it all out of its own knowledge, basically, its training data. But if you run pnpm nx configure AI agents, then it will configure your workspace and with some couple of skills that will indicate Claude how and Codex how to generate these workspace generators, but also how to invoke them later. Something that you would then encode into your Claude MD file, etc. So I hope this makes sense. Definitely try it out. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.